Hi Terry, how's it going?
Hi, Neil. Fine. How are you?
This is Shainit here. I think Neil is joining momentarily. I
Okay.
just wanted to quickly say hi to you. How's it going?
Good, good,
I
good.
hope we're not taking your nice Saturday afternoon. So apologies.
Well, it's hard
But
for
yeah,
me to
I
do.
am.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do this at the office. There's too many interruptions.
Hmm.
So, yeah, yeah.
No, but yeah, we as a team, we're looking forward to serving you here. Neil and Soumya here kind of looped me in on what you're looking forward to. I did a
Mm.
little bit of a preliminary research on your behalf with regard. I believe you're looking for a GLE 450, right?
450, maybe a 350. I think there's more 350s out there than there are 450s for sure.
Yeah, yes, I would kind of agree with you on that front. I did see that there's a lot of 350s, but there's definitely a decent amount of 450s available as well. If that's something that is kind of a priority, we can
Okay.
definitely work towards kind of finding that exact match as well.
Well, yeah, and I want to keep it 70,000 and under.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's like a good benchmark to set based on what I see. But you're looking for a 2026, right?
a used.
Used or a certified, both would work, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. I guess Neil is here as well. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Shainit. Good evening, Terry.
Hi, Neil.
Good evening, everyone. Yes. Hi. Shainit, you can continue.
Yeah, so we were just quickly discussing with regards to Terry's preferences. Um,
Hmm.
what I'll do here, Terry, is I will just quickly share my screen so I can kind of take you through the process we follow. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Concierge Pro.
Okay.
Just a moment, sharing my screen.
How long have you all been doing this work?
It's been 5+ years now. Yeah, we've
Five
served over
years? Yeah.
and we've helped save people over 5.4 million till date. Um,
Okay.
right. So, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're here at our website. So
Okay.
essentially, I'll just quickly take you through our website, moving on to our, entire uh, structure in terms of how we help our clients. So as you can see here, we're like a consulting firm sort of, and also like an advocate who works towards working tirelessly with the dealers to kind of negotiate a price in a very hassle-free and a seamless manner, so that you don't have to go through that tedious task by yourself. It definitely demands a bit of a time within your difficult schedule. So that is where we step in. We
Mm-hmm.
ensure that you don't have to go through that uh, headache of calling 15 dealers, ensuring that you're not overpaying, and you end up saving a lot of money by doing that. Um, so we've been, as I mentioned earlier, we've been able to, with God's grace, help over 1,000+ clients till date, saving over 5.4 million. We've been well rated, as you can see here, from our clientele. Um, so we have a few core concierge offerings. The car buying service, the car leasing service, car selling are the major chunk of it. As you mentioned, you're looking to buy a vehicle, so we'll just move into our uh, car buying service here.
Okay.
So yeah, we've kind of I'll just not take much time of yours. We've highlighted everything that we do in this small video here as well, but I'll quickly move into our steps that we kind of take. So our process is a very streamlined. and a very simple process. We start off by understanding our client's preferences. So as you mentioned, you're looking for a GLE 450. What we'll basically do is we'll understand what is the scope based on what you prefer, map it out in a spreadsheet. To show you an example, I can quickly take you to one of our other clients' spreadsheet. Here you can see that he kind of gave us a very detailed information with regards to what he's looking for. He was also looking for a Mercedes or a BMW, a bit confused,
Mm-hmm.
but so we kind of helped him by sharing a very detailed comparison table, marking green ones for the ones we want to highlight, marking reds for wherever it does not make sense, which kind of, helps make a decision
Mm-hmm.
because this is a long-term commitment. A vehicle is something you will be owning for at least 3 to 5 years. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very important to kind of go to the core of it and determine which option will work best for you, right? So given that you've already gone through this process yourself, the next steps we undertake usually is we will kind of curate all the lowest priced options uh, for all the options that let's say you have a vehicle in your mind. We'll outline all the lowest priced options in the prevailing market. By doing so, this will allow us to align what the market is saying in terms of the pricing. And then from there, what we'll do is we'll reach out to all the dealers. Let's say we find 15 to 20 dealerships, right? We'll outreach to all of them. Here, another example of our client. Here we listed like a ton of options for him to review, right? And after
Mm-hmm.
review, he was able to determine that, hey, I like this one, I like this one. Team outreach to the dealerships, ensured that if it's a pre-owned inventory, we've asked for the Carfax, the history of the vehicle, the maintenance history, a few nice videos or pictures if not advertised online. And after doing so, we also get the out the door price, which is the price which includes your documentation fee, taxes, shipping fee if any, and
Mm-hmm.
your selling price. So the bunch total is basically what you'll be paying. It's not just the price that is being advertised online, right? So after doing this process of reaching out to 10, 15, 20 dealers, listing down the out the door prices, we're able to compare that who is surcharging, who's giving a very rational price, where is a possibility for negotiation. And after doing this entire process, we kind of, get to the bottom of it in a sense where we can easily assess which options make sense for you, right? When we're looking at pre-owned inventories, it's also very important to compare vehicle not just by the price of it, but also by the depreciation it sees with the mileage it has received on its life, right? So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, a vehicle would have been driven for 15,000 miles would have reduced by $2,000, but a vehicle that has been driven by like 5,000 is getting reduced by $800, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
on paper, it would seem like, 1500 is a lot higher depreciation, but you also have to bring into account the age that has been taken off the vehicle, which is the mileage that has been put on the vehicle. So we kind of go through all these, value for money analysis
Mm-hmm.
that helps our clients make a more decision driven process instead of an emotional driven process. When you're in the store, it's a lot of people sitting on your back, selling you something. With us,
Right.
it's not selling you something, it's allowing you and, emphasizing the right option to proceed with. So our intent is not to sell you, our intent is to help you buy something that you're going to have a long term commitment for and not overpay for it.
Okay.
So yeah, as I was mentioning, this is another client where he was looking for a pre-owned inventory. We listed down the listed price, the sticker price of the vehicle, the mileage it had, um, some pricing analytics that we did, and after doing also, we were able to give him a very realistic clarity,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually led to him saving over, I believe I would have mentioned here somewhere, but yeah, he saved quite a ton of money by doing this entire legwork. And because we are by your side from Monday to Saturday throughout the day, giving you a very solid update, it will definitely at the end of the day save you a lot of hours. And by doing all this, eventually you are financially in a very good spot while making the decision.
Yes. That, that's the
Any,
goal.
any questions, any queries?
Are you affiliated with any other, with car dealers or you
No,
just,
not
no?
at all.
Okay.
So our ethos, as we mentioned on our website as well here, is we are not affiliated with any dealerships,
What is
right?
your website address?
Yeah, it's carconciergepro.com. What I'll do is I'll send you the details over on email as well as
Okay.
we're discussing here. You
Okay.
can go through it in further detail. Um, But yeah, we are not affiliated with any of the dealerships. We don't get any kickbacks from insurance, from warranties, from dealerships, from manufacturers, none of them. We're not
Okay.
partnered with anyone. And that is why we have we have a concierge engagement fee. And
Mm-hmm.
purely
Of course. Yeah.
operations and ensure that, we're able to effectively advocate for our clients and allocate resources. We don't, our ethos doesn't allow us to kind of, uh, do any partnerships. Because if we do partnerships, we're then not your advocate, we're their advocate, right? We're nothing better than a salesman there.
Right. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And it's,
So
as I understand it, it's $1,000.
yes, so it is $1,000 as we've
Okay.
advertised on website, but it will be broken down into two parts. To kick off the engagement, we'll charge a 499 fee,
Okay.
and the remaining 499 will be due when you successfully get the keys to your new car in your garage. You click a nice selfie with it, post a nice review, and then I'll send you the invoice. So it's a partial commitment, and we'll ensure that you get the car, and then we'll raise the second part.
Okay. As far as shopping cars, I assume you look nationwide. Is that pretty normal that they would ship the car to
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
it's a lot of our clients, see what we do while we're doing these analytics in terms of, searching across the search radiuses of 100, 200, 500 miles. We also incorporate a thing called shipping price. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, you might see a very nice car which is like 1,500 miles away from your location.
Mm-hmm.
But is it, you'll end up paying like $2,000 or more to ship it out to your home. So in reality, it's not that good of a deal after taking into account those shipping fees. What
Right.
we do here is we take that into the, overall spend as well.
Okay.
After taking that into account, even if then the worth, the hassle, if it is worth it to go that far out, we consider it. We include those options and we only recommend those to you, those who make sense, right? And we also do help our clients with, shipping, coordinating with the dealership after you've placed the deposit till you, actually get the
Mm-hmm.
car. So it's
Okay.
not just us finding the deal and handing it over to you. We're sticking by your side till you actually get the car. It is being dropped to your home safely, insured fully, and yeah, we are fully committed till you get the car.
And if when I buy a car, how do I transfer the funds and all that? Do I wire the funds or how does that work?
Yeah, so typically, if you're buying in cash, the dealer, what they do is they would request for a deposit.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they'll send over either via FedEx or most of the dealers have now started taking e-signs as well. So once those, documentation part is finished, the dealers
Mm-hmm.
would expect a wire transfer, and within the same day, they would, ship the vehicle out to your home. If it is a local dealer, let's say it's like 30 miles away, then we'd
Mm-hmm.
recommend not to ship it. It's rather better to go there physically, take a look at it, and
Sure.
then bring.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Shainit, talk about dealership inspection report as well as PPIs, please.
Yeah, as I mentioned
Yeah.
earlier, so when we are doing all these transactions, we also while we're asking for the out the door price, we also ask for the inspection reports, which is
Mm-hmm.
basically a report that is a detailed report done by the dealer when they are buying this vehicle from someone else, right? So let's say someone is trading in a vehicle in exchange for a new one, then whatever vehicle they are bringing in, they would also conduct a thorough inspection. So we get those documents from the dealer, share it with you, and we can, go over it together to ensure that there is no red flags on the vehicle. Along with that, in some cases, where if it's very farther away and, we want a unbiased opinion on a vehicle's condition because you are
Mm-hmm.
not physically there and you can't trust these salespeople at the store, then we
Right.
recommend, spending like 100, $150 on an inspection, which we'll coordinate on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically gives you a third lens a clear, unbiased opinion on if that vehicle is even worth considering. So
Okay.
that's
Great.
like something we also coordinate.
Great. Okay.
It's like a entire engagement is like we holding your hand till you actually drive it down to your home. It's
Okay.
simple.
Okay. All right. Good. See that I have your.
Shainit, if you can also show David Tally and the value for money analysis.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, so here is another example. Thank you, Neil, sir, for bringing this up. This client here, he was very confused with regards to, he had a lot of confusion in terms of the trim levels, the options, the packages, all that stuff. So what we
Right.
did is not just list the options, we also created a very, very detailed analytics. As you can see, it's a lot of colors here, but to
Yeah.
kind of validate and debrief it, the intent behind here was to compare the prices with the shipping cost against the price and shipping for options that had 5 seat, 7 seat, a
Mm-hmm.
different seats. There was like 10 different types of preferences he had in mind, and we had to analyze each against the other. So we kind of created this very detailed. Let me just open that here. Yeah. So what we did is we essentially compared each and every single type of inventory to one another. And these
Mm-hmm.
trend lines that you see here, these are the, that like the final average among all the prices, which, of course, if we dig deep into it, it helps a lot with all these numbers that we have outlined in the spreadsheet to
Mm-hmm.
basically shortlist and, get through the noise, finalize an option and negotiate on that one. So we don't want to negotiate on all. We want to negotiate on options that are actually worth considering, right?
Right. Right.
So these
Okay.
kind of analytics remove the quotient of emotions being involved when making a decision because, when you're making such a decision, there's a lot of emotions that come into the mix, right? You may like the interior of the vehicle, but you're not aware that maybe 50 miles away, the same interior is available for $3,000 less.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so these kind of detailed analysis and you know run-throughs we do before actually recommending and kind of taking things forward. So any thoughts, any feedback, Terry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So if I engage with you, um, do I fill out something to you of what I'm looking for as far as color,
No,
things
I
like
can I
that?
I can make it pretty simple for you. What I can
Mm-hmm.
do is we have a client requirement form. If you
Mm-hmm.
have the time available right now, we can quickly go through it, fill it out so that my team can promptly initiate on this. Or if you'd like, I can send over the form to you as well.
Yeah, just send it to me and then I just want to digest this for a minute and I mean it sounds what I'm looking for because I don't have time to deal with this and I as I was telling Neil it's a little intimidating to me to deal with car dealerships.
Yeah, it is.
They
I
they
can assure.
scare me. So I don't want to have to spend
No, I
any
definitely agree with you. And
yeah.
time is the essence. You don't
Yeah,
have long
yeah. And
go through the.
I'm patient. I mean, I have a car that I'm going to give to my daughter, but there's not like a we have time. I don't need a car tomorrow.
Then that makes our situation a lot more easier as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can
So,
take our
yeah.
time. We can go over everything over a cup of coffee, decide with a lot of breath, and then finalize the decision. No rush to
Y-
purchase a vehicle.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, that sounds agreeable for sure. let's send me the information and as far
Till
as
we conclude, I just wanted to share just one thing, one final thing,
mm-hmm,
because as you mentioned about the challenge what you experienced at the dealership, this
mm-hmm,
is something what Shanit, if you can go to the client reviews tab and show her the Alexandra's review. Especially like moms like you, right? Single ladies who are usually visiting the dealerships, they are inundated and they are horrified with the experience of like 4 to 5 folks kind of like completely circling around you the moment you visit that. And that is what we don't want you to go through that.
well, I don't
So
either, and I end up being, I mean, I'm a businesswoman. I can certainly,
yeah.
stand up in the long run, but I just don't want it to get to that where I have to really fight back. I just want to, I just want to do a business transaction. That's just the bottom line.
Absolutely. Correct. And that too, we want to do it in a way where it is fair and equitable
Of
and we are
course.
not overpaying. We don't want to pay for window tint fees. We don't want to pay for ETCH security, all the nuances. So Shainit came up with a terminology for our business that is called dealership shenanigans, right? So we don't entertain those kind of any additional fees being asked by the dealership. So
Mm-hmm.
you will also receive a full out the door, what we briefly discussed earlier in the morning today, that you will receive that entire quotation from the dealership where you will see the pricing on the vehicle, what was the MSRP and what is the current price today, what is the applicable taxes, title, license, and fees, and that's it, right? We don't want them to add any paint protection, any other things, unless if you want like something like a maintenance package or a service package, or sometimes our clients look for gap insurance, etc., that we can
Mm-hmm.
always look into it and add it as per your choice and as per the need of the of our purchase requirement. But we always believe that it has to be a clean and very streamlined deal with a hassle-free experience.
Yes. Good. Good.
Yes.
Okay. So what's our
So
next step?
yeah, so the next step is the client requirement form. Terry, I would request we can just take 5 minutes. It's a no obligation form fill which we'll do, where we'll just get to know your detailed requirements on your Mercedes. And then
Mm-hmm.
Soumya, who is on the call, she will send out all the details about our media features, Google reviews. We have the client reviews. We have a YouTube channel as well. All the details which you need in order to understand our business a little bit better. All three of us are on the call as well, so we can address any of your queries and then we get started. We
Okay.
work as per your timeline. So if you need the car in 48 hours, we do it. If you need the car in 2 weeks, we are also able to cater to that and ensure that this is unlike lawyers who will bill you by the hour, we don't do that. We are completely focused on getting you the best experience. So it doesn't matter whether we need to call 20 dealerships or 200 dealerships, and we also understand based on the pricing analytics, what we presented on a spreadsheet, that what is the right price to pay for the vehicle, what kind of factors which we'll have to consider. Plus, you may have noticed that the AMG package is not clearly highlighted on the online platforms like AutoTrader, Cars.com, CarGurus.com. So
Mm-hmm.
manually, our team will literally reach out to each dealership, ask for the window sticker or the build document, which was originally created when someone bought it, like the 2026 Mercs, like Mercedes last year, and now they have either traded in or sold it off. And so we'll look into those. We also look at the Carfax report, auto check reports. We always prefer Mercedes, which are personal leased vehicles. We stay away from like corporate fleet or rental cars because those are being used very not in a good manner, right? Multiple drivers would have used it multiple times and it would have put a lot of miles on the vehicles. So all those factors and nuances will be taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
Shanit, if you can share your screen again and open up the client requirement form, we can just quickly go through it. I put the link in the Zoom call if that's help.
Oh, you did? Okay. Let me go to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's on the screen, Terry, for you. We will quickly just take the information. Yeah, Shainit, over to you.
Let's see, invitation. You said you put the link in the email?
No, Terry,
Um,
if you just
Oh,
see the Zoom call.
oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And Shainit, if you can zoom in your screen a little bit, please.
is it
I see it.
visible?
Much better. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
see it.
much
Yeah, yeah.
better.
Okay. All right. So I think we're looking for a pre-owned or a CPO, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. And with regards to the timeline, as you mentioned, we're
No
pretty good
timeline. Yeah.
for a
hmm
the year range for the vehicle, 26, 25. What is comfortable?
2026.
2026. So no 2025s.
I don't think so. I started that with that in mind, and I didn't find much of a difference in the pricing, frankly.
Okay.
So I think I would like to try to do a 2026. If we can't find anything, I'll consider 2025. You know, I was looking at it was the Mercedes versus the BMW, really. And
Mhm.
what I don't like what's happening is they're both scheduled for a change in the body style next year.
Right.
2027s are going to be different for BMW and Mercedes.
Yeah.
But, you know, I need to get a car, so I'll just have to deal with that.
Right. Okay. And in terms of the model we're looking for, it's a GLE 450.
450 would consider a 350,
Okay.
a 4MATIC, I think it's called.
Yeah. Awesome. Any preference for how much mileage should the vehicle have? Like,
Definitely less than 10,000.
mhm. Okay. And any particular preference for packages, any options or anything as such?
Yes, I believe it's the AMG Sport
Mhm.
package.
Okay. You know what? We can add these later as well in terms
Yeah,
of pack.
yeah, sure.
Kind of preliminary information, so we can kind of initiate on this. But of course, later on, as we kind of go over this, we can refine and kind of realign as well. So
Yeah.
nothing of that sort. So we're looking for a front wheel drive, all wheel drive. Any preference for the drivetrain?
I believe the
Automatic, I believe.
4MATIC is all-wheel drive,
Mm.
correct? Yes. Yeah.
And the color, exterior, interior.
First preference would be a metallic silver gray. I don't know what they call it, selenite gray, I believe.
Mm. Okay. And given that you mentioned it's a first preference, are you open to any other colors as well?
Yes, I think they have a silver, and then I would say after that, white. I like black, but I live in a very hot climate.
Right. So I'll just mention that these two are preferred,
Mm-hmm.
open white as well. And in terms of the interior color,
Would be, I think the only thing they really offer is from what I see, I do a black, gray,
yeah.
or there is a brown out there that I've seen, but definitely not like a camel or white color. I,
Okay, so you
I
want a color in the interior, no
just
lights.
a dark interior. Yeah.
Yeah, so the dark interior, no beige or no camel
Right.
colors, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
noted.
I have a dog.
Any must-haves, must-not-haves, anything that you would like us to, be aware of?
Must not have. 19-inch wheels.
Okay.
Oh, must-haves. Okay, no, must-haves. Yeah, I do want a 20-inch wheel or larger. I think it's 20 or 21, but I don't want, I think a few of the 350s come with a 19-inch wheelbase.
We'll check. We'll check.
Yeah.
Okay. So must not have the 19-inch wheels. Wonderful. And you're looking for something under 70,000. Just for my
Mm.
internal clarity, we're looking at 70,000 out the door. That includes, all taxes, fees, everything, or are we like that's
Yes,
like
out the door.
out the door? Okay. 70K all inclusive. Wonderful. With regards to the plan to purchase, are we kind of going towards cash purchase or a finance?
I can definitely do cash, but if
Mhm.
they'll give me a better deal with financing, I'll do that and I can just pay it off. But I don't know. I know a lot of dealers have incentives if you,
Better incentives and rebates if in
yeah,
case.
yeah.
And
Awesome.
while we are going through this, do you have anything for trade? Are we looking to trade in any vehicle, or we are just buying this so that you can give your current car to your daughter?
Exactly.
Okay, noted, noted. Yes, yes. And yes, we'll look at both the cash and the financing offer. Again, there is a trick here that the dealership usually asks, "Hey, give us your SSN, which is Social Security number," and then
Mm-hmm.
they'll run a credit check and all of that. We don't fall into those traps essentially because it
Mm-hmm.
impacts your score, it impacts your credit
Yes.
history.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
want them to be pulling that information again and again. So
Right.
we always go for out the door price, we always ask them, hey, what is your least APR, which is annual percentage rate, which the dealership can offer to us. And then we look into what can be the best bet for us. We
Okay.
again look at what is the cash incentive. Typically, it's anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 as the cash incentive. And what is the APR incentive, right? And at what rate that they are starting. So based upon that, we'll take the call. So the
Okay.
maximum credit hit, or I would say the credit finance application, which we'll do, will be only one time. Once
Mm-hmm.
all the due diligence, the process, comparison, negotiation, everything is completed, and we are only one step away from sourcing to reserving our vehicle. And we also do it once we put down $1,000 or a $2,000 deposit to ensure that the dealership don't play their trump cards or tactics that, hey, now we ran the finance application, but guess what? The car got sold to someone else. So these are some of
Yeah.
the,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We are aware. We have been doing this on a daily basis, and we know each and every tactic and the sales and the nuances that they
Okay.
play to just make your life. I should not say, but hell. So we tend to
Yeah.
stay away from that.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I have a
Yeah.
lock on my credit with the credit
Oh,
Equifax and
that's
all
great.
that. So I have a
Mhm.
lock on that right now. I can let it go, but my credit score is over 800. There'll be no problem there if it works out to our advantage. So it'd be good.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Great. Great. So 800 plus. So we should be expecting the lowest APR in the
Yeah, it's like
market.
yeah,
Yes.
830. Yeah.
Oh, very well maintained. Great. So that makes our entire purchase process very seamless and
Mm-hmm.
efficient, especially whether we want to pay it in cash or we, and also if we are going to do the financing, as you rightly said, that you can pay it off later. So we also have to understand and read through the contract, which I'll take a minute to share, that the final 10 to 12 page document, which the dealership usually asks us to sign, is thoroughly reviewed by our team in detail. So we look at all the clauses, all the prepayment fees,
Right.
disposition fees, or anything which they would add on the top of this is something which will be always carefully reviewing it. Sometimes the dealership will also they will change the win number, so we don't let that happen. Sometimes they will add like
Wow.
yeah, 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 they are very, very smart. They will have two identical vehicle. One will have all the accessories in it, but
Ah,
as we negotiate fiercely and we negotiate very, very heavily, they will then put us in another car which will not have all those accessories, or it will have 1,000 miles driven more. And they would say, hey, by the time we were going back and forth for the last 2 days, it was taken for a spin, and a couple of customers walked in, and now there are 1,000 miles more. So
yeah.
this is something which they do, and we have a dedicated client focused team led by Shainit, who is on the call. And so all those checklists, the standard operating process, what we have is followed very, very thoroughly to ensure that we don't get into those kind of challenges and issues. And the day when we will be going with either the financing or paying in cash option, one of our team members will be completely available on demand, on FaceTime, on either WhatsApp or a direct call, text messages, etc. So that any questions you have, any doubts you have, you want us to review the paperwork once again, we are there at every step along the way to make sure that this experience is not a nightmare, but rather a very fruitful experience so that you can celebrate the purchase of a new car.
Have you ever had a car delivered to a client and it's not what is expected? I mean, I'm assuming, it's buying a car out of state or something that has to be delivered. Um, if it has low miles, I'm assuming it's in good condition for the most part. Um, I know they post pictures and whatnot. Is there a possibility that it shows up in bad shape?
Yeah. So th that is the reason what we always recommend is there are four steps when we look into the purchasing a pre-owned or a certified one. Number one is that we look into the Carfax auto check report to make sure that all the servicing and everything is done correctly. Second step is we ask the dealership salesperson to send out the detailed photos, videos, interior, exterior of the vehicle so that we can know that there are no dents, there are no scratches, there is no interior damages, and we ask them to take it as during the day, not during the night, because then sometimes it's unseen, and we cannot get to know clearly. The third step is we ask the dealership to send out a dealership inspection report. So it's a 110-point inspection that the dealership have to do before they can put the car back in the market for sale as the
Mhm.
second time selling. But again, it's a same dealership inspection report, so it's typically buyer's report. There is a chances of that. Then we might not get to know the exact understanding of the vehicle. The next step is, let's say if you're, sometimes our client says, I want a car which has never smoked before, right, inside, because some
Mhm.
of the people would smoke inside the car, and we don't want that to happen. So
Right.
we will do that as also a checks and balance into that. Also, finally, last but not the least, the most important one, it is called a pre-purchase inspection. So there are companies like Lemon Squad, there are independent car mechanics, auto repair showrooms, which are throughout the country. So let's say if you find a vehicle, you're based out of Louisiana, but let's say if we find a vehicle in the neighboring states, any of the neighboring states, then we'll find a suitable mechanic or an auto repair showroom. We'll pay them like 150, 200 bucks. We'll ask them to go to the dealership where your exact Mercedes is sitting, and then
Okay.
they will conduct a detailed independent inspection.
Okay.
And guess what? If the dealership who is selling the car says that no, we will not allow a third party person to come in and inspect the car, it's a big red flag and we walk away, even if they give $10,000 off, right? Because we don't
Right.
want to end up in a vehicle where engine, transmission, or any other mechanical failures might be there, or
Right.
there's a big challenge with that particular vehicle which is getting sold. So we are not always looking for the cheapest car in the market, and we are not always looking for the highest priced vehicle. We are always looking for where the right value as per the market standards is available and based on the pricing analytics. But coming to your point, if once you purchase the car, that is, you sign the paperwork, and once the car is delivered to your doorstep, there is nothing you can do. If you don't like the car, you are legally bound and you
Mm-hmm.
have signed the contract. That means you need to keep the car. The only option you have is walk into the next door dealership and try to sell it off.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So just I'll take 2 more minutes. So one of our client about now 3 years ago bought a very seven-seater, very, very premium car. And it was delivered at his doorstep. And there was a sound which was happening whenever he would uh, push on the brakes, especially on the freeways. And he's like, Neil, there needs to be something wrong with this vehicle. And, we went through all those checklist steps which I just shared with you. So we took it to the nearby authorized dealership. They took it for the service and they found out that yes, the fluids are an issue. And as it was just purchased less than a month ago, it was also a pre-owned one, but it was
Mm-hmm.
under 4 years manufacturer warranty, which would be
Right.
the case in your case, in
Right.
your purchase as well. The dealership was kind enough to get it fixed at no additional cost, right?
Okay. Right.
So that is one. Some of our other clients are a little bit very selective. They will be like, yo, no, I am spending like 50 grand, 70 grand. In your case, you are spending around that. Let me just take one flight. It would cost me like
Right.
500 bucks just to reach to that city. I'll take it for a spin. I'll take it on a city roads, freeways, etc. Spend about an hour or two. Once everything is good, I'll take the next flight back home. But that $1,000 investment today will help me to make sure that my $70,000 is in place. So we
Mm-hmm.
coordinate that as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Sure. So we have been doing this for 5 years now, and so I can speak for hours. I can pull up all the cases and keep addressing any queries you have. But this is the step. We have collected what we call a client requirement form. The next step from here is we would request a payment of $499 only once you are ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will create a group email thread where my team members will be there. I'm also looped in into all the email threads to ensure that we are moving the process based on the input and the feedback what we are receiving. We have a daily stand-up call internally in the morning and one in the afternoon. We work 6 days a week from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. And also, you will receive a client handbook where all the team members' contact information, like level one, level two, and level three is me, will be there, the phone numbers and everything. Shainit will be available on a text message, a direct call. Likewise, I have also sent you a text we communicated earlier in the morning, and you have the number of Soumya as well, who helped us schedule this call. So we are very prompt, very, very responsive. Sometimes the email thread goes on, and we have more than like 100 email threads back and forth between our clients as well. So we are super communicative, super responsive, ensuring that we are able to troubleshoot any queries or any inputs you need. And once we initiate the engagement at any given point in time, you want us to get on a Google Meet, Zoom call, or even a group phone call, we are there. So addressing your queries, making sure you are comfortable, making sure we are moving in the right direction is something what we move forward. And there is no obligation in terms of once we do all the narratives and the final curation and negotiation, you are the final decision maker. We are just bringing you all the different options, of course, a fully negotiated price with the best deal in the market.
Um, if if I come across a car, let's say that you haven't found yet, or
Yes, please.
do
You
you
can
want me to
share it
send
with
that
us.
to you, or is that
Yes, yes.
okay?
No, no, everything is inclusive. So sometimes our clients likes to be hands-on, and they would say, "Hey, I know that you are looking." So we might not have mentioned this, but we look at 18 different platforms which are available online, which includes all
Mm-hmm.
the standard ones like Car Gurus,
Right.
Cars.com, Carfax.com, KBB, etc. But sometimes we might you would be browsing, like, let's say on a fine Sunday afternoon, which will happen tomorrow, and if you find a particular car which fascinates you, or which you say, okay, yeah, I want the details of this car, you please put it in the email thread which we'll create, or you can send it us to as a text, and our team will add it to the tracker and
Okay.
will fetch all the information and again provide a detailed update to you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Everything is inclusive as a part of this process.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds
Sure.
good.
Great. Shall we get started, or you need some time to review and come back to us? We are not the
I
dealerships, right? We will never say, hey, you need to get started now, or the deal is off the table.
let
Yes.
me let me let me do the responsible thing and take a minute and make sure I'm doing the right thing, and then we'll go from there. I'm not going to shop around or anything. I just want to make sure that you know that you exist.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You can do a thorough check. And
yeah.
one thing which would help you is that Shanit, if you can just share the screen and just come to the client reviews. Just final thing. See, as a concierge and as a company, definitely our team exists, and we have more than 15 team members now. So all the team member names and everything is mentioned on our website as well. But the
Yeah.
main focus I wanted to show you is on our client reviews. So we are one of the concierge in the world where we have clearly copied all the client reviews with the full names, right? And have taken the screenshots of the reviews, what they've given us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, and any other social media which exists, and sometimes even on text and emails. And
Okay.
so you can go through all the client names, the type of the deals that we have gotten them, the experiences, what they've shared with us. So this is, and you can, we'll not read all the reviews, otherwise it will be the midnight tonight. But
Yes. Yeah. I'm actually
what I
looking at
wanted,
them right now. Yeah.
yeah,
On my
yeah. So
website. Yeah.
this will give you the full credibility. And also the payment link, what we'll share is not like a crypto payment or not like a wire transfer or anything. It's
Mm-hmm.
through PayPal. So PayPal completely gives you the
Perfect.
bias protection, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
you can make the payment through credit card. If in case if you're not happy with our services, you can file a dispute. But touch wood, we don't let that happen. And that is
Mm-hmm.
the reason we are not collecting the entire fee of $1,000 to begin with, right? We also want to be a part in the process with you. So it's only $500, which takes the step for our team to start investing hours and efforts in coordination with the dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next $500 is only applicable and due once you get the keys of your car, once you're fully happy, and we would request a Google review from you. So the
Okay.
second and final invoice is only once you are fully satisfied. That clearly shows that we walk the walk and we just are not like just talking the talk, right?
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
So you take the time, take an hour, 2 hours. If you need to take time throughout the weekend, you do so. And again, we are available on ad hoc basis on Sunday. And then again, we start on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. Well, thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
You
Bye bye.
too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.